Who do you think took Lauren away?
I don't know.
Well, I need your help. Can you give me some, what is your observation of this? I know you're smarter. Well, you know there was a body found in the trash can next to the apartments.
Yes.
You do know that. And it's a female.
Yes.
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment?
Despite the calm voice and soft answers you just heard, 25-year-old Stephen McDaniel was about to become the center of one of Macon, Georgia's most disturbing investigations. What detectives faced in that room was a sociopath with controlled emotion, calculated language, and just enough cooperation to appear harmless.
I don't know.
But little did he know, every answer he gave wasn't creating distance from the crime.
Your hair is there!
It was helping investigators build the roadmap straight back to him.
How many guns did you have in your apartment?
3.
What are they? Do you know what they are?
A rifle.
What kind of rifle did you have?
An AK semi-automatic.
Where'd you buy it from?
Classic Arms.
Is that in Atlanta or something?
Online.
Okay. What kind of pistols do you own?
EAA Witness. Full size and compact.
Okay. What is that? What about the one that was on the bed?
That's the full size.
That's the full size one. What was the other one?
The compact.
Where was that at?
On the table by the bed.
Yeah. Remember I was in there?
Mm-hmm.
And then you had that samurai sword.
Yes.
That was just that's not, is it an expensive sword or is it just a knockoff? It's just one of the knockoff swords?
Yes.
And what about the knife?
Which knife?
The one that was, remember you showed me it was dull?
Yes.
What kind of knife is that? Because I don't know.
Kukri.
Where do you get something like that online?
I bought it from a friend.
Did you have any other knives in the house?
Yes.
That I didn't see? Because you didn't show me no other knives. That's the only ones you showed me. What other knives did I miss?
There's a pocket knife that's on the table.
On June 30th, 2011, law enforcement responded to a missing person report for 27-year-old Lauren Giddings, a recent law school graduate known by friends and family as warm, disciplined, and deeply focused on starting her legal career. She lived in the same apartment complex as Stephen McDaniel. At first glance, Stephen presented himself as a concerned neighbor, cooperative, quiet, and seemingly helpful. But during his interview, detectives notice a pattern, not panic, not urgency, not active searching, just a wall of vagueness. And that wall starts cracking the moment investigators stop asking broad questions and start asking targeted ones.
Who do you think took Lauren away?
I don't know.
Well, I need your help. Can you give me some, what is your observation of this? I know you're smarter, okay? I know you have an observation you can tell me. What do you think happened to her?
I think someone took her.
You think, you watch TV shows, right? Like
yes.
Detective shows. What's your observation? How do you think somebody would take her? If somebody did take her.
When she was running.
Does she normally run all the time?
She runs, I don't know how often.
You mean you think somebody might have took her when she was running like down the street somewhere?
Yes.
You don't think somebody got her when she got back to her apartment?
I don't know.
Well, you know there was a body found in the trash can next to the apartments.
Yes.
You do know that. And it's a female, white female's body. Right there. Right next to y'all's apartment. Feet from her apartment. We don't know 100% sure it's Lauren, but we're pretty confident it is. We're waiting for some tests to be done to be 100% sure. I mean, who would do something to somebody and throw them in a trash can?
I don't know.
I'm asking for your advice or your observation. Who in your complex would do something like that? You lived over there for 3 years. Tonight's the first night I think I've ever been over there. In your expert opinion, of all your knowledge of going through law school and all that, who in that complex do I need to talk to?
This case is a masterclass in a suspect trying to survive on one strategy. Say as little as possible, feel as little as possible, reveal nothing. The problem? Detectives are patient, and they know exactly how to pressure someone who hides behind uncertainty. By the end of this interview cycle, the same man who claims he knows nothing will be cornered by details only the offender should understand.
If you did something that you regret, you let me know.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Well, the body was found over here, right next to where you live. And what do you have in your apartment? A lot of knives. A lot of guns. Right?
Yes.
Earlier that day, Stephen went on local news as a concerned neighbor, speaking like someone desperate for answers. He pointed to weak apartment security and leaned into uncertainty. Hours later, during his interview, that performance would look less like concern and more like cover. Early questioning followed a familiar sequence. Rapport first, specific second. The detective kept his tone neutral and gave him room to talk. Stephen got room to explain and offered almost nothing.
I don't.
You're telling me that you went through law school. Well, you went through college first, right? Did you graduate from college?
Yes.
And now you're in law school. Did you graduate from law school?
Yes.
But you don't fucking remember what they asked you this afternoon?
No.
Huh? You just don't fucking believe that shit. Don't came back yet?
What's up, buddy? Did you talk to him about his guns?
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot?
Yes.
Why?
To have.
For what?
To have.
For what? I'm asking for what? Why do you want to have them? What makes, did they give you, tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns.
From that point on, detectives tested consistency line by line. When his timeline shifted, they marked it. When his wording changed, they marked that too. He didn't push back hard and he didn't confess. He narrowed his answers even further. That wasn't confusion, it was containment, and he seemed to be a master of it.
When was the last time you saw Lauren?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
And have you been on vacation for the last couple of weeks?
No.
You been home every night?
Yes.
Has she been at home every night?
I don't know.
Has she been on vacation?
I think she was away for a while.
How long?
I don't know.
Were you looking for her?
No.
Let me tell you, even if I didn't talk to my neighbors, I know if my neighbors have been in and out. I hear them come in, I hear them go out, I see them when they walk by my window. I've lived in apartments most of my life. So the fact that you haven't seen her in 2 or 3 weeks, that's just odd to me. I'm gonna be honest, it makes me feel like you're not being honest with me, Stephen. This pretty little girl right here, your neighbor, she's missing.
I know.
You went looking for her last night.
Yes.
Did you hurt Lauren?
No.
Stephen, did you hurt Lauren?
No.
I know this is hard for you to tell it, but it's weighing on you right now, ain't it, Stephen?
For viewers, this sounded passive. For investigators, it sounded strategic. defensive precision. He gave narrow answers where broad clarity was expected, and that mismatch kept raising suspicion. He wasn't trying to be believed, he was trying not to get pinned down. Once detectives realized he wouldn't volunteer the truth, they shifted from conversation to behavioral pressure. The tone changed, the questions got shorter, the pauses got longer, and the room went quiet. The kind of quiet that made rehearsed answers collapse. Then, investigators introduced the first accusation designed to force a spontaneous reaction, cleaning up blood.
Today you told an investigator that you were worried about us possibly finding blood in your apartment, didn't you?
I don't remember.
You did. Now why would you be worried about that?
We all looked in Lauren's apartment.
Did you see blood?
No.
Then what would make you think that there was blood taken over there? Nothing would make you think that unless you saw it. Because see, I didn't see no blood. None of the other Lawrence friends saw blood, but I know now that blood was there. And now I believe you saw it. You saw that blood. You know that blood was there. And that's why you're worried about it.
No.
Did you know? Why do you have blood up in the inside of your nose?
I don't know.
There's blood in your apartment, Stephen. That's right. There's blood in your apartment. Stephen, this is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's on you. You want to let it go. There's blood in your apartment, Stephen. You didn't get it all up. It didn't all come off. You scrubbed and you wiped. But we can tell that. Don't you watch CSI? Yeah, we know it. Stephen, why is there blood in your bathroom?
This was where the interrogation strategy got surgical. Detectives weren't fishing anymore. They were testing response patterns, timing, wording shifts, and how he reacted when details got specific. The blood-cleaning accusation wasn't random. It did two things at once. It introduced scene management behavior, and it forced him to choose between a broad denial and a specific one. Specific denials could be tested, while broad denials could be exposed. Then came another key beat: scratches. Detectives asked about marks on his body, and if there had been an innocent explanation, this would have been the easiest moment to provide it clearly.
Show me that scratch again that you showed me earlier. That was it a... What did you say happened there?
I think I scratched myself in my sleep.
Are you going to be able to help me with this case or not? Because I need to tell the parents something, huh?
I don't know.
This was the bigger story inside the interview. He treated each question as an isolated threat, while detectives treated each answer as part of a cumulative map. And cumulative maps always win. Once evidence pressure entered the room, vague language no longer worked. You could feel the shift as investigators stopped asking, "What happened?" and started signaling, "We already know more than you think." The decisive turn came when detectives raised forensic collection, especially hair samples and trace evidence comparison.
Steve, you're gonna look at this right here, this little girl right here, and you're gonna say you don't know? I know you know.
I don't know.
Yes, you know. What are you gonna say tomorrow when I say we got your hair with the body? What are you gonna say to me then? Because you know, like I go like that, look at my hair. That's how easy it falls out. Look at all that on your head. You don't think nothing fell out? It did. It did, Stephen. We just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it, so you didn't look like a monster at the end. Because you know what? I don't believe that you're a monster, Stephen. I believe that you're a good guy. You've been picked on. Girls didn't show you the respect that you deserved. You did something stupid. And I believe you feel bad about it. And that's why you're all freaked out right now. But I'm giving you the opportunity to get right. I'm giving you an opportunity to show everybody you're not a monster. That you feel bad about what happened. Your hair is there, man. Your hair is there. We got your hair with the body. How's that, Stephen?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. Yes, you do know, Stephen. That's right, buddy. See that? Look at it. See how easy? It happens. And it happened to you.
In this interrogation, the ace moment wasn't a dramatic confession in the room. It was the point where physical evidence began to overtake his language control. Hair sample requests, trace links, and growing physical corroboration. Even then, he gave almost nothing. No full narrative, no meaningful correction. That is what made this case so instructive. A suspect could delay, deflect, and dilute. But once the case moved into physical evidence, language control hit its limit.
You understand exactly what I'm saying. See this stuff right here, your hair? Yeah, it fell out of your head when you was moving the body, Stephen. That's right. You remember moving the body?
No.
Yes, you do, Stephen. Why, man? What happened? Why? Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did, Stephen. Your hair's with the body. Quit lying.
By that point, detectives were no longer trying to get him talking for its own sake. They were aligning behavior, contradictions, and forensic evidence into one coherent case. Interview room confidence often fades when suspects realize silence no longer protects their version of events. That's exactly what happened. He sat in the room without moving an inch for over 10 minutes after the detective left him, but soon after, the endgame arrived.
All right. Oh. This is the end. Is there anything you want to say?
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say. That's what you say. Stick to your story. Because it's over. We're tired of talking to you. Okay. We know you killed her. We know you put her body in the trash can. Simple as that. The news media knows it. Glenda knows it, your mother. Your sister knows it. Your sister's husband knows it. The one that used to beat your sister. He knows it. You know what he said? He said he's a crazy what he said when I called him. That's your own family calling you crazy. You are no longer in charge of anything. Okay? You understand that? Yeah. Talk to Glenda. She's crying. She's supposed to be coming down here. I told them the whole story. And they told me what you used to tell them about your next door neighbor too. Yeah. What, you can't say nothing now? You're speechless? Yeah, she should be here in a little bit. I promised her I'd let her see you and the kids. I don't know if she's bringing them all or not before you go on down.
As the investigation progressed, the case against Stephen McDaniel hardened. About 3 years later, he pleaded guilty in a case that became one of the most high-profile crimes in local history. Lauren Giddings was killed, and parts of her remains were never recovered. Stephen was sentenced to life in prison after admitting he strangled her and disposed of her missing limbs in a trash bin at the Mercer University Law School across from their apartments. Before this case becomes only about tactics and timelines, it's important to return to Lauren herself, a young woman with a future that was taken from her and whose family deserved truth, accountability, and justice. If there is one lasting lesson, it is this: people can rehearse words, they can rehearse tone, they can rehearse innocence, but they cannot rehearse their way past converging evidence forever. And this case showed exactly how investigators dismantled a highly controlled offender, step by step.